Holy crap, YouTube worked on the first try. Now everything else is broken, I bet. Please don't let everything else be broken. Well, we appear to be live. Testing. Hello. All right. Holy crap. Things worked mostly smoothly for once. So we've got some stuff to talk about and do. And then we've got a couple of games to play. So tonight is Minish Cap. I have decided that as scary as the rabbit hole is, I will commit and do Tribal Hunter. I was right. Brandon Herrera is running for Congress, which is absolutely awesome. That is amazing. And we will be starting with the depressing news and getting it out of the way because getting it out of the way. So, a couple things with some of what's going on. First thing, I'm not going to dwell too far on, but that we absolutely do need to address and talk about. Hello. California is legalizing kidnapping. That's not hyperbole. That's not fear-mongering or whatever. Assembly Bill 495, which allows anyone to sign up and fill out a guardianship form online, and rather than saying or providing any legal proof of permission or of guardianship of a child, you need only check a little box saying, I couldn't find the parents. That's it. So, kidnap a kid, fill out the form, you are now the legal guardian of the child. Heck, fill out the form preemptively, and then go to the school or kindergarten or whatever, and pick up the kid before the parents get there. Present the form showing you are now the legal guardian. They have to let you take the kid, And that's the end of that. Now the parents have to, even if the parents fill out a missing child or a kidnapping report, now the police are saying, but there's a legal document that says this person is the guardian of the child. And while you're trying to sue to get your kid back, the person who has used this to kidnap your child has probably just taken off, and good luck finding them again. They might have even left the country. Assembly Bill 495. Absolutely insane. And I would just like to take this opportunity to remind people that multiple businesses that have been raided and found to be participating in human trafficking and child smuggling donated to Gavin Newsom's campaign. That is not slander. That is not defamation. That is an actual reported fact. So yeah, I'm not going to dwell on that, but I thought that that was news that should be spread for people, because that is going to be a nightmare. It is not technically, at least I don't think, it has been officially signed into law, but it was quietly making its way through the state lawmaking process, and then some people who were patrolling the various files saw what was happening and decided to start making some noise, which very glad that someone did. That is an absolute nightmare scenario that they are literally asking to happen. So I just wanted to help raise awareness and let people know about that. The main news thing, as usual, is talking about the situation with censorship. I would once again like to remind people we need to take the wins where we can get them. The new executive order might be coming from Trump, but we are benefiting. So it doesn't matter if it's coming from a vindictive man looking to get revenge. We are going to benefit from the order. Please stop trying to get it challenged. Which, speaking of challenges, Collective Shout is now screaming Gamergate 3, and that this is a massive coordinated organization that is pushing back against them. Because of course they are, because they've realized how screwed they are. Because I know what they thought was going to happen when they decided to anger the single largest crossover in demographics age 50 and under. Like, you could be part of any number of other demographics. You are probably part of a gaming community, so you are probably affected by this. The furries tend to be their own thing. Japanese media tends to be its own thing. Artists really have not enjoyed a lot of protection throughout ever, it seems, unfortunately. So whenever people like Collective Shout went after them, it was like they were stuck trying to defend themselves on their own. But all those groups play video games, and many more besides. So now they're upset that they kicked a hornet's nest and are having to deal with it. And it's interesting that they are screeching about Gamergate 3, or whatever number they've decided to assign it to. Because in spite what the media insists the first Gamergate was, I would just like to remind people, because I was around for this, I reported on it. I wasn't a VTuber at the time, but I was part of the reporting on it. The instigating incident for the original Gamergate was a journalist and a game dev being caught sleeping together and having a an agreement where the journalist would get early access to the games before anyone else, and the dev would get quid pro quo. Thank you. Just tongue-tied there. And the dev would get positive reviews. And they got caught, and people were upset, and then more journalists got caught with similar agreements, and more people got upset, and the media, unhappy about being caught, decided to make it about anything else and started throwing out every accusation they can, and basically set the standard for what we have now, where if people don't like what the media is saying, or people don't like a movie, TV show, video game, whatever, and it doesn't do well, they just start calling people names. Gamergate started that. So that's just a little reminder of what it actually was. And like I said, I was there for it. So, yeah, that's not the defense they think it is. Admittedly, so many groups have trotted out Gamergate that as an attempt to defend their own bad actions, that I don't think anyone's buying it anyways. I think everyone is pretty well sick of that to begin with, thankfully. So, yeah. And another defense that's coming out is, well, it was only specifically targeted at certain games. That would work, maybe, if they hadn't already bragged about going after an entire whole section of games, and that they were going to go after more. So we have it in their own words that that is not what happened. They have been, well, like I said, back to the targeted harassment thing, every email or letter that they have trotted out to say, see, we're getting death threats, has been verifiably proven to have been fake. Just thought I'd throw that out there, because there are some groups that are trying to push that particular narrative. Let me see. The big one when it comes to a lot of this is the whole thing about, if you're not doing anything wrong, what are you afraid of when it comes to the censorship and ID? Which, by the way, Riot Games has joined in on the ID thing, just for anyone who wants to know, there, with Grand Theft Auto and all that. First of all, again, this, for why would they want this? Well, then they can dox anyone who they don't like. Why, if you have nothing to hide, why do you care if you have nothing to hide? Is one of the phrases from abusive relationship gaslighting. And let's give a couple examples. Not gaming related, but they're pretty good examples. We've got one which happened back during COVID, where a father needed to track like some skin lesions or something like that on their young child. A person working at Google was just browsing through that person's photo collection, which, why was a person at Google browsing through that person's photo collection? Saw pictures being taken of a small child and reported him for pedophilia. So, maybe that's why people like their privacy. Because when you can view every aspect of someone's life, it's real easy to manufacture an issue to get someone arrested or in trouble or whatever. Which the UK has been happy to do since this started, for the record. They arrest several dozen people a day now since creating the speech task force. So, which is the other big reason for why is personal privacy important? It is important because of that. Which, by the way, they have also threatened to arrest American citizens. Not just in the country, which they have done, but to send people to the United States and arrest them. That is why privacy is important. You see, what you do is you create the tools, and then you invent the crime later. That's how quite a few regimes, let's call them, have operated. So yeah, that is my just very short, for what the subject is, rant and subject dump. Keeping this in the public mind, letting people know what is going on, asking you to please continue to be concerned about this. We cannot let up, and we cannot say because help is coming from places that we don't like, or bad things are happening to people that we don't like, that we're just going to let the bad things keep happening. Please. Which, I guess I'm not going to dwell on this, but on the subject of bad things happening to people that people don't like, remember that whole thing about Twitch taking out, counting people differently when it comes to viewbots and stuff? Apparently VTubers are the ones most affected by this. A large number of VTubers have had absolutely massive drop-offs in their viewership relative to the other categories. Now, I know that some people are going to turn around and say, well, that just means VTubers are the worst offenders when it comes to viewbotting. Maybe. Except since Twitch has a history of trying to get VTubers off their platform, I'm not inclined to believe it. Alright, ramble. Again, I'm not doing the full news dump because we'll be here for an extra hour if I do. I am just partially getting my frustrations out and partially keeping you guys appraised of some of the basics of what's going on, so that you know to keep your eye out for this and watch for, well, what's going on. I am, however, going to quickly shuffle along. And thank you. We are going, please, thank you. And we are going to move on to Brandon Herrera's I'm running for Congress. I begged him to do this when I saw Return of the AK-50. And I am so ready for this and so looking forward to this. He scared the crap out of both Democrats and Republicans in the last election when he was running against Tony Gonzalez. And I watched this election closely. I was actually staying up doing the whole vote counting thing just for his district whenever they were doing that. So before we get started, a couple quick overviews. He lost by only 400 votes. I think it was like less than 1% against an incumbent who, as a Republican, voted for gun control, gun confiscations, voted for dismantling Border Patrol entirely. Not just voted against deportations, voted for dismantling Border Patrol. And then the only times he ever actually does quote-unquote Republican things is when he's doing the evil things like hating on LGBTQ and talking about the evils and so on and so forth. So he's like all the worst parts of both parties is Tony Gonzalez. But Brandon Herrera's run scared people so much that the Democrats put millions of dollars into Tony Gonzalez's re-election campaign. The Democrats. So it is absolutely wild what happened, and it looks like he's about to get hit again. And I am looking forward to this.
In the 1976 film Rocky, despite what people might remember, Sylvester Stallone's character Rocky Balboa doesn't actually win in the climax of the film. Instead, everyone is just impressed that despite him going up against the current champion, he, being a rough around the edges everyman, goes the distance, beating everyone's expectations, and almost wins.
Ain't gonna be no rematch. Ain't gonna be no rematch.
In fact, it's not actually until the rematch in Rocky II that Stallone's character actually succeeds and finally wins the title. Welcome to Rocky II, Tony. My name is Brandon Herrera. I'm a serial entrepreneur, Second Amendment activist, content creator, firearm manufacturer, and 2 years ago, I made the decision to run for Congress.
That's why I'm running for Congress.
It was a terrifying jump into unfamiliar territory. But I did it because the congressman who represented me, Tony Gonzalez, even though a Republican, kept making bad votes that just made no sense to me. Like voting for Biden's gun control, opposing border security, selling out American interests on behalf of other countries, and a bunch of other things.
Oh, that's right!
To learn that
I completely forgot. He voted for selling a ton of farms and property to China. Yeah, no one should like this guy.
Texas Republican would vote for. And I wasn't alone. Texas Republicans were so disappointed in him, they took the almost unprecedented move of censuring him. But we still needed somebody to stand up to him, which is why 2 years ago, I made the decision to jump in the Republican primary. For those who don't know, a primary election is when voters of both parties get to vote on who's going to represent their party in the coming election. So if your party's representative was particularly bad, like mine was, you get the option to replace them. Now, statistically, replacing an incumbent that wants to run for re-election is very hard to do, but we gave it a shot.
Yeah.
What followed was one of the craziest 10-month journeys of my life, running for office in Texas Congressional District 23, one of the biggest in the country, against one of the best funded members of Congress in the entire country. I'll get more in a couple details later, but long story short, we succeeded in our goal of taking him to a runoff, which in certain states, Texas being one of them, if the incumbent doesn't get above 50% of the vote in the primary, he then goes into a special secondary election, where it's between the people who came in first and second, which means all the challengers were taken off the board except for me and Tony. What followed was a brutal 2-month runoff where I had all of the guns and money of the establishment pointed directly at my forehead. With over $10 million being spent against me, it was not spent like 10 to 1. All that money being used on a campaign to essentially slander me where I live. I lost. By like 400 votes. By 1%.
Less than 1%. Wait, no. Actually, no, that is 1%.
That is the map of an incumbent that was not having a good time. DC was kind of panicking. I mean, even the Speaker of the House came down and campaigned against me in a primary. But you know what? I came away from it being Speaker of the House.
Yeah, we're going to need to remember that one.
Came down and campaigned against me in a primary. But you know what? I came away from it being pretty optimistic, thinking that, you know, even though we just narrowly lost, maybe, just maybe, it made a difference. For one, we drained the DC establishment of millions of dollars that they weren't expecting to have to spend in this race. And I was hoping, you know, maybe this is a big wake-up call to Tony that, hey, half of your district is very, very upset with the job that you're doing. And if you don't start voting right, we can replace you. Like King Leonidas in 300, just reminding Xerxes that he can, in fact, still bleed. And it worked. Just kidding. Like 3 days after the election was over in November, he was on CNN arguing against deportations.
If the message is we're here to deport your abuelita, that's not going to work well.
But hey, it was a nice thought, right? When these people win, they feel untouchable. They will continue to do favors for the people who kept them in office and vote for garbage without any sense of accountability from the people who they hate and pretend to love when the cameras are on.
Accurate.
The truth is, these people only understand one language. The only way to stop them, truly stop them, is to win. I understand that now. After the last race, I'll be honest, I thought I was done, right? I gave it non a shot and I was happy to go back to my honestly comfortable life, shooting guns, making content with my friends, and running my businesses. But I'm not gonna lie, it started to eat at me. Those things that I didn't like about DC, about my congressmen, they didn't change. The things that the voters in the district were upset about, the reason so many of them were sick of their fake conservative congressmen, they didn't change. People in the political world kept telling me, you know, oh, nobody wins on their first try, even during my first try, which, to be honest, kind of ticked me off because I was, you know, gunning to prove them wrong. Spoiler alert. But knowing all the problems that made me run the first time were still there, the more I realized that if I just decided to give it up now, I'd just be a quitter. I'd be giving up on the district. I'd be giving up on all the voters who counted on me. All of you who gave to the campaign, who volunteered, door knocked. As much as it's more comfortable to just look the other way, I can't bow out of a fight if I know I can make a difference. It's just not how I'm wired. Texas District 23 deserves a real conservative, not a cheap fake who plays one on TV.
Texas is the new Hollywood.
Or sometimes weirdly just forgets to try to. Somebody who actually understands and respects the Constitution, not just as like a cheap line, but actually respects it. Someone who will vote not just to protect, but to enhance your gun rights, not vote to throw them away when it gets inconvenient. Someone who will actually put America first, not talk about being America first while giving billions of dollars to foreign countries while America goes trillions deeper into debt. Someone who will actually vote to protect America's borders, not just claim that they will on TV during election season. Texas deserves better than Tony. I'm willing to put my life to the side to stand up and take that fight. And if I can, I'd like to ask for your help just one more time to help me do it. Last time, I think we might have actually broken a record for a number of small dollar donors in a congressional race. The amount of you guys that were able to put together even just $5, $10, $20 blew away the DC professionals. I'm not even kidding. I had these conversations after the race with DC types who do political data for a living, and they were in literal disbelief of what we were able to put together. All with no big super PACs, no special interests, no foreign lobbyists, just me and you guys. They literally didn't believe me until I showed them the numbers. I mean, we were able to raise over $1 million without having to play the DC games and beg people who definitely don't expect favors in return. But this time, I want to make sure we give them a fight they're not ready for.
I'll give you a war you won't believe.
You can check out the campaign website.
Reminder, raised $1 million, spent however much of his own money. Gonzalez, just in the runoff race, spent over 10 of taxpayer money staying in his seat.
And donate at BrandonHerreraForCongress.com to help with this fight. But first, before I even make that ask, I just want to show you that I'm putting my own money where my mouth is. Last race, I ended up putting about $150,000 of my own money in the campaign over the course of, let's say, 9 months or so. Much more if you include opportunity cost. I'm planning on doing a lot more this time. And to start off strong, I'm going to be matching your donations in the month of August up to $100,000 personally, so we could blow this first month's projections out of the water. I hate that money is such a pivotal part of politics, but last time I saw exactly what happens when you didn't have enough. The establishment could barely handle us last cycle, and money and slander were the only two weapons they had. This time, if we keep the momentum up, they don't stand a chance. I want them to be afraid. Not like I've got dirt on the Clintons and I'm about to catch a plane afraid, but you know. Last time we also did monthly giveaways for people who donated to the campaign, whether it was stuff made by us or it was invitations to me and Cody's range days. And don't worry, even though it hasn't been announced yet, everybody who donates $5 or more to the campaign will automatically be entered in that giveaway. And recurring donors will automatically be entered in the
If I win anything, you will find out.
future giveaways as well. And it probably goes without saying, but just to clarify, all of this campaign money will be going directly into campaign ads, yard signs, TV, social media, Facebook. Yes, Facebook, trust me. Radio ads, banners, etc. I make $0 off this. I get no payment from the campaign.
Facebook is actually going to bat for us on the privacy and censorship thing, which is shocking. So I'm actually gonna just say, yeah, you know what? Go for it. Up to Upshowing because we get photos. Probably.
Paying either directly or indirectly. And like I said, I will be personally matching donations this month up to $100,000 just to kick things off. Because unlike the DC types, I don't need this. I already have my dream job. I'd be taking a pay cut to take this job. But I'm willing to do it because I truly feel like it's the best way I can currently serve my country. Because that's what it should be. It's not a job, it's not a way to get rich, it's service. People forget that. And I'll take that pledge right now, on record. When I'm in office, I will not be buying, selling, or trading a single stock. Hell, I support legislation to ban it while in office. Again, unlike the DC types, I don't need insider trading to be successful. Although if you're looking for stock tips, I'd just recommend doing what Nancy Pelosi does. I hear that tends to work out for some reason. But yes, I am officially throwing my hat back into the ring to finish what I started and get a turncoat Republican out of office. I am tired of Republicans saying that they're gonna go in and they're gonna fight for us. And then when the time comes to fight for something specific, they cave, they capitulate, they say, I had no choice. Most of them didn't even bother to fight in the first place. They can't buy me because they can't afford me. They can't threaten me because I'm not afraid of them. But they will attack me because they're afraid of people like me, people they know they can't control. You don't spend millions of dollars beating somebody you don't consider to be a threat. As the saying goes, you take the most flack when you're over the target. That's my cue. Sorry, got to do a little walk and talk here.
And for those of you who don't know American history, this is how politics was supposed to operate. It was supposed to be regular people, not career politicians, who would do a couple years in government and then leave and someone else would come in as a service to the country, not as, well, what we have. Yeah, but I am 100% behind term limits. I'm good with one term. You get one chance to get it right. Ban the stock trading, obviously. Because he's right. Nancy Pelosi went from no one to multimillionaire very quickly. A lot of them did. Yeah.
So if you're tired of career politicians, corrupt insiders who are willing to throw your rights away first chance they get for a check from big business or foreign interests, if you truly
He's doing this at
want to make
GOA again,
politicians
isn't he?
afraid again, I'd be honored to represent your voice. Oh, and if you're watching this and you are from the establishment, just remember in the real world, there's more of us than there are of you.
Now, Brandon Herrera.
I wasn't right. He did this last time. That's where he announced it last time. I wish him all the luck in the world. I am looking forward to this. I want TikToks of Tony Gonzalez melting down over this. That's what I want. Mr. Herrera, I'd say you have my vote, but I don't live in Texas. But you do have my support. And soon you will have... Well, I don't know if my funding is the right way to put it, but my donation. Up to, if you would be so kind. Thank you. I've been, like I said on Friday night, I was hoping this was what it was going to be. This came out yesterday. I have been dying to watch it, even though, you know, it wasn't meme-filled. It wasn't a ton of jokes. It was just the facts presented clearly and concisely. But that is everything I wanted his surprise to be. I hope one of the prizes is getting to shoot the AK-50. He's obviously not going to give it away because that's his baby. But getting a chance to shoot the AK-50 would be absolutely amazing. I have shot a 50 once. It obviously wasn't an AK-50. My shoulder really, really hurt after that. But it was absolutely amazing and one heck of a sinus cleaner. I'm sure the AK-50, it would be absolutely amazing. So I hope that's one of his prizes. Up to still thinks he's working on it to get to production like the Barrett. That would be really cool, though it would be difficult to see. Well, I guess what's his name makes like 8 different 50 caliber rifles, and they sell good enough for him to keep making them. In spite one almost blowing up Scott. Well, in spite one actually blowing up Scott. Yeah, Mark Serbo, that's it. Yeah. But a production AK-50 would be awesome. I would save up for that. It'd take me a long time, but I would save up for that. Like, I have no interest in owning a 50 cal normally. I would make an exception for the AK-50 because it's the AK-50. I hope that's one of the prizes. He mentioned range days, which would be awesome. Last time he gave away custom AKs. I wouldn't mind a Herrera branded AK. That would be cool. I wouldn't mind any of those things. He gave away a ton of t-shirts and hats, I think. Mark's reaction to that, unlike Sig's, true. Serbu, whenever Scott got blown up, Kentucky Ballistics, Serbu did a complete deep dive into what happened and helped them figure out that it was the ammunition, not the gun, which on one hand you could say very defensively, but on the other hand, since they were able to replicate it perfectly with the ammunition, you know, multiple times, it's a safe bet that it's the ammunition, not the gun. So, ramble, starting to get off topic. I wish Brandon Herrera the absolute best of luck in his second bid for Congress. I imagine that both parties are dumping money into this again. Like I said, both parties contributed to that 10 million last time. So they're scared of him for a reason. They are scared of him for a reason. It's probably because he has a Zip 22. But they are very, very scared of him. And I consider that a very good thing. So yeah, that is Brandon Herrera running for Congress. I am super duper excited I cannot wait for this. We're going to be eating good for a while. We will probably see. I didn't really do it too much on the last one, putting that stuff on the channel. I really wasn't reacting to anything at that point in time. I think if he's putting out more campaign videos, I'm going to put more campaign videos in our reaction circuit this time so that we follow and watch as he takes another shot at a congressional seat. For now, though, it is time to do Zelda things. Let the Minish flow, indeed. I actually remember where we are. Ah! I don't remember which way I have to go. I think it's this way. It is, yay! I could get some hearts, I'd appreciate it, thank you. Oh, wait a minute! No, I do want to go down here. No, no I don't. This is the other one. Quiet, you. There we go. I have lights! Thank you. Ah. Thank you. Come on. Every chest in this has given me a Kinstone piece so far. Oh, come on! Oh, boy. Punky Doodles is funny. No! Fine. Oh, crap. One too far. Really? No, that's not... Oh, you're mean. You are really mean. Is this programmed to slide like this? That there is no way? There we go. I just have to live with scooting this way. There we go. Oh, come on. Go away! Don't like you guys. I assume I pushed it where I needed to push it. Oh, here we go. No! Ah! Into the briny deep you go! Okay. That's a little obvious. Okay. Not gonna let me do that, apparently. Nope, not gonna let me do that. One moment, caffeination. You know what would be really nice? The ability to jump. Next thing you know, you'll be saying you want the ability to climb everywhere. That would be nice. Instead of only Ganondorf Company approved climbing locations. Kurskin and Co. and their monopoly. Do I have to figure out a way around that? Oh, for pity's sake. It would be really nice to like those things create a little light while they burned. Thank you for the walls. Yep, here's a real fight. It's an Octorok. With a parasite. Ah. Of course, it got me and not the bomb. Suck in the bomb! Do you just not suck in the bombs at all? I guess not. Okay, I still have a fair one. Holy smokes! Water quenches thirst, ends drought, and nourishes life. Water element is the embodiment of that power. Thank you. Yeah, that was a tough boss fight. What? It's the not Zonai Raru! Oh, young one. child who seeks to aid the Princess of Hyrule. My name is... Never mind, it's Gustav. He just looks like the not Zonai Yaru. I was king of Hyrule countless ages ago. Stand before me. Isn't that what I'm doing? Only then will the path open to you. Is that just a dream? He said he was the king of Hyrule. Wait, look at your map's eye. There's some kind of mark on it. Guess that means it wasn't a dream. We should head there once we infuse your sword with that element. To the Elemental Sanctuary! Hey, you're not blocking this path anymore! I've seen you in school for a while. I'm so glad you came. I don't have enough bombs. I'll be back. Chomp chomp, we have to eat fast so we can have a longer recess. Chomp chomp. Chomp chomp, I'm always the last to finish eating. Chomp chomp. Weren't you just... Okay. Children are on their lunch recess. Playing is as important as studying. After all, a healthy body leads to a healthy mind. So there are two here. One that goes up, one that goes out here. Got to water these every day. I'm planting my flower bed. When I run, the thing that I'm eating always falls out of my mouth. Maybe you shouldn't eat and run. You're eating a kinstone piece, aren't you? Joe is not the source. Yay, yay. They said kids could see, so I figured I'd try it. You made it here really quickly. You're full of surprises, aren't you? I want a refund on my time. I want a refund on all the time I've wasted on kinstone pieces in this game. Okay. I think I can only buy one of these. I think you are more important. I think that's enough. Aha! I immediately got a chunk of my money back. Interesting. Fine. These are the only ones that make sense because they're goddesses. Or I guess that is the only one that makes sense because she's a goddess. Norman, I'm trying to hand it real estate. Turns out it's a total pain. Like right now, looking for a tenant, you see? The thing is, I can only rent to a woman, single occupancy. Too many tenants would make the place dirty and they'd be loud. I like things nice and quiet, see? And this is all too much, just too much hassle. If you find anyone who can rent this place, would you let me know? Oh, there's many things to do. With the lantern, you can burn down the researcher's house. Ooh! Aww. Good for me. So happy. Yes, we need you. Thank you. Love your work. What? You get back here. Never mind, that was worth it. Ah, yes, you. You're in the presence of the true Master Swordsman? Yep. Okay. So in this game you get to do this both when your hearts are full and when your hearts are empty. Can we just do this all the time then? Thank you. I want my time back. Always this. Y'all are blind. Seriously, we were painting a garden here. We were getting robbed. Yep. Quite literally. Power of the water element has infused your blade. Power of the element allows you to split into 3 copies. Just being thorough. Did we go up in there? In the little path? Well, we're gonna find out. We did. Area completely robbed and stripped away anything useful. Yep, I was here before. I don't think 3 is enough, but I'm gonna try it. Oh, it is! It is enough! Yay! As Link slowly dies of a hernia. Thank you for not locking that behind the end of the game. Trying to think if we have anything else left to do before we get into this. Would you stop that? I could get the bomb bag, which would also refill my bombs. I'm really close to having the money for that. Also, I like how you look at this and it's like, okay, we're on the last dungeon. We have 3 items for endgame content. 1 key item, 2 bottles. Aha! Oh dear, you found me out, don't tell anyone. I legitimately thought I was gonna have to fight this guy. Okay, sure. Well, that's convenient. Here's a bribe, go away. Well, we know how I work with that. Now he should be home, but I thought that... Okay. I'll be back and check in a sec. Oh my, Sai, thanks to you, I can finally go back in my house. Been totally rearranged, but I think it's a good look. Put my feelings of gratitude to verse. The way made safe, I came back home to find me inside all alone. In my chest, my poor heart aches, but for you I feel the deepest thanks. Oh, just a moment, my dresser is entirely stuffed full of these icky blue seashells. Clean them out for me, they're so smelly, please. Gee, thanks. Mine. I didn't actually think I'd get anything from that. But it's nice to know I can now raid people's dressers that way. Yeah, pretty much. This plan might not work so well if there aren't actually any houses to rob. Did they only put it into that guy because they knew the shells were a lousy prize? Oh, yay! You could always go downstairs. I had a very early morning, so the time is catching up with me very quickly. Oof. Oof. You have my sympathies. Well, we are at the halfway point. So I think I'm gonna save, take a very short break, try to wake myself up. And then we're gonna start the new nonsense. As I briefly stretch. Alright, I will see you guys shortly. Okay, I'm back. Trying to shake myself awake. Okay. By shake, I mean some very cold water. Okay. All right. Hey. Hey. All right. Let's get this done. On to Tribal Hunter. Which is a platformer game. It is an interesting platformer game. That's the best I could tell you. Why is it so quiet? I did not adjust my volume at all. I'm sorry about that. It shouldn't be this quiet. How's that sound? How are we doing with that? Is that good? That's as loud as I can make it. I think up 2 knows what's going to happen. Yeah, up 2 is having priorities. So yeah, this is Tribal Hunter. It is a indie platformer game. I have played the demo of this. I have played a little bit of the main game. I have not finished the game. And it has been a while. Ancient spirits of evil. Ancient spirits. Heed my call. Maybe the other spirits of evil. Come heal our broken tribe. Been a week. Still nothing. The tribe is being abandoned. Yeah, it seems that way. My family and I are planning on moving to another island. We should do the same. There isn't enough protection here. Yeah. Day after day we get ransacked by thieves. Well, looks like nothing happened. Again. It's late, Shaman. You should go get some rest. No! I can't go yet. Spirits, please don't leave us. Alright, time for bedtime. Spirits, please help my grandpa. I offer only my doll. It is all I have to offer. Please accept this in return for aid. I know it isn't much. Use WASD or the arrow keys to move. Well, I'm playing with the controller, which, on this game, you need to play with the controller. Yeah, it just picks him up. I also like that this explains the respawn mechanic. And means that the respawn mechanic is really cute. Ah! Whoa, what's that? I've never seen a creature like that before. Looks kinda cute. I knew it! My prayer got answered! The Guardian is here! That's the Guardian? Is it really? I guess I was expecting something more. Cold and powerful looking. Shush, fool! You have no idea how powerful this being is. Guardian! Are you ready to save our village? Waking him up would probably help. Huh? What is this place? It talks! Oh, of course. Great Guardian, please help our village. I can try. I guess that's why I got summoned here. What should we call it? Can I call him Munch? That's the name of my doll. Oh, I like it. Oh, how are you feeling? You might need some help discovering some of your potential. I set up a small training course to teach you the basics. Talk to me if you feel confident enough to skip it. Yeah, I was starting to say and then I forgot more cutscene. His respawn mechanic is the little girl keeps making dolls, so when he quote-unquote dies, he goes back to the next one, which I think is really cute. Move around. Okay, you don't get that yet. Many dangers in your path. You can punch by pressing the G key. Right, this has not been optimized for controller, apparently. Jump down through... Right, we haven't gotten to that part yet, but... Kirby power. You have the spirit of a devourer. Hold J to inhale nearby food, coins, or even defeated enemies. Releasing or inhaling too many things will swallow them. Increase your fat level. Eat enough, and you'll grow in size. Yeah, this is gonna be a weird one. Can you store fat for spells? Pressing shift will toggle through possible spells, which, yeah. Yeah, weird one. Sit to digest fat and restore health. Holding H will heal much more health instantly, but only if you have enough fat. Sitting near altar will save your progress or refresh you entirely. There is a trick. Oh, the chat is kind of blocking it, but if you sit and digest slowly, your fat becomes experience points. I'm gonna move the chat. I need to use the right mouse, which is actually the left mouse. No, it is the right mouse. There. How's that? Oh, that... Right. That's not gonna work because I usually like people to at least be able to see a little bit of what is being said on chat. Will that work? Oh wait, no, hold on. I'm stupid. Up to is redeeming more cake. But there, is that good enough? Is that gonna work? We do lose some of the thighs. Which, I like the big thighs. Yeah, it did not show, but I had 9 XP when I started. Now I have 26. How was it? Wasn't hard, right? Let's go to town where you can start your journey. Now, if I remember... Yep, okay. Combo finisher, critically heal, healing food, consume, increase damage, I think these are the two I'm really going to need to save for first. Wrong button. Welcome to the village. You are here to save us, and we are here to guide you. Let your reincarnation be most beneficial to us all, Guardian. The village has been here for generations. You have always treated this island and its resources fairly. Now, though, someone wishes to see it bled dry. For what reason, I cannot say. We must defend ourselves from them. Many threats endanger the villagers and our access to resources. The village guards will share their knowledge with our foes, or share their knowledge of our foes with you if you ask. I'm sure their concern is the rapid expansion of the pigs at the moment. The girl that offered her doll as your vessel is my granddaughter, Yesya. She may be young, but she is wise. I'm sure she would love to help you in any way she can. Wow, I can so hardly believe you're real. It's like a dream. Feel free to ask me anything. Wow, I can't... Thanks for summoning me. I'll do my best to restore your village. So glad my granddad's effort wasn't in vain. My name's Yisya, and I'll try to help you out as best I can. I can make more dolls in case your current form falls apart. Like I said, I think it's really cute that the respawn mechanic is her making more dolls. Village has existed for generations. The island itself used to be a very popular tourist destination. Merchants and travelers would pass through and bring a more eccentric vibe to this place. Unfortunately, selfishness has taken hold of the other factions here. It's difficult to trade and sustain a population now. That's why you're here. There aren't many permanent residents anymore, but we cherish those we have. My family coordinates most of what the village does. Grandpa is the head shaman. My brother runs the farm, and my sister handles construction. Grandma runs our only restaurant. She's usually out hunting and gathering in the piglands. We also have a small artist guild. The artists enjoy painting and helpful advice. Ask them if you see them. Ask about it if you see them. The guildmaster also creates all of our beautiful dyes. She's out doing field research. I think she was looking for special glowing crystals or something. Tori is our courier and transportation. I don't know where he could have gone. Haven't seen him in a few days. He must be in the piglands somewhere though. Gordo lives in the western beach and used to give water transportation to tourists. I wish I knew how to get him to offer rides again. Lastly, there's that old lizard man. He showed up shortly after you came to be. He must be more than a mere drifter. Perhaps he knows more about you than us. And I think that covers the residents. It's British up to calling. Considering food, no concern for taste. Of course, it's British. Merchants, yep, it's British are fighting. Why, hello, young one. How can I be of service? What are my powers? Refreshing yourself, are you? Consuming food or defeated enemies will grant you stored fat. Usable items such as milk will grant you this as well. You can use this as a resource to shoot fire or explosive eggs. You can also convert this into healing by sitting. Using your fire while seated will rapidly consume fat for quick healing in a pinch. It's very important to manage your resources and internal capacity though. Maintaining self levels will keep you stable. How do I improve myself? As you defeat foes, you gain a little bit of spiritual power. In layman's terms, we call this experience. You can invest this experience into upgrading your abilities or stats. Simply open your ability menu and spend it as you wish. Along your journey, you may even expand the possible upgrades in the menu. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, some of the mechanics in this game are not up my alley. But it's super well implemented, and I am really impressed with how well they make everything fit together and have a meaning in the game. And make you manage your resources. Like, I could use stored fat for magic, or I could use it for experience, or I could use it for healing. Hey, do you know how to get to the northern beach? Northern beach? I know where it is, but it's super dangerous right now. The pirates decided to camp there. I know. I'm supposed to deal with them and their captain. Well, you can only get there by water. I'd take you, but it's gotta be worth my while. What do you need? Some gold? That's easy enough. No, I'm looking for something in particular. There are rumors of a perfectly cut aqua diamond somewhere in the mines. I'm sure that's what those stupid pigs are looking for. A hero like you should have no problem finding it. Fine, I'll get it. Good luck! So you're the garden spirit, eh? Well, hopefully you can live up to your legacy. It's not easy to impress. I'm not easy to impress, so hop to it. Hello. Welcome to our village. I've heard about you. Greetings. Who might you be? I'm a humble artist, and this is the Artist Guild. We paint helpful art, and can also add colors to others. Looks like you're the only one here. Aren't there more members in your guild? Yes, the other members went looking for inspiration. They've been gone for far too long. I'm getting a little worried. If I run into them, I'll let them know to return. That would be much appreciated. If you need any tips, we have a repository here that might prove useful. Let me know if you want to see any. Okay, thanks. And her brother, Bah. My cows are all missing in the wild. If you find them, would you bring them back? With them, I can imbue you with the greatness that is milk. Mildly concerning. "10 out of 10, game is perfect." The pigs constantly pose a threat to the east. Deal with them whenever possible. Yeah, see, this is functionally a type of Kirby power, but more awkward. Well, is it more awkward, actually? I mean... I actually didn't think about that till now. Because Kirby just eats his enemies, like, all the time. I think there's a hidden thing around here. I am trying to get some extra XP early. Aha! Hello, sir. You appear to be new around here. Yes, I was recently summoned here by the villagers. Interesting. I hope your journey here ends up being fruitful. Here's a special tip from me to you. Keep an eye out for mushrooms. See that small... Oh, right. They were just going to tell me about it. That means a larger one is nearby. Looks like there's one hidden in that ledge. I heard that you can empower enchanted folks like you. Ah, good to know. Kirby is technically a horror from beyond the stars, a living thing full of consumption and doom. It is thankfully adorable, so no one cares. That is fair, but I mean, just in terms of the mechanic of eating enemies, it's not actually, like, almost any different. What you do with it after you eat, yeah, that's different, but I don't know, I just hadn't thought about that before, that Kirby is eating the enemies all the time. That is true. I don't think the fat content changes it as much as the just generally we are eating enemies does. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's a significant change. Like I said, I'm trying to get some early XP pretty quickly, so they're being a little boring with this. Where'd that slime go? Man, did it really just take off? Okay, the slime just took off. Oh yeah, and just doing stuff like that burns fat as well. So if you're trying to do like I'm doing, that's why you want to do pauses whenever you can before you do more fighting. I know some of this. And I don't know if you caught it or not, but these guys will shove themselves into your mouth. Disables your magic. And all you can do is spit up slime. So, which again, it's like, okay, but that's an actual mechanic for this darn thing. Right, this is gonna get... And if you have enough, you get bigger and you hit harder. And with more range. I'm gonna burn all this first. And you do need to deal with that though, because going over your capacity is also a it is also a game over. I'd call it a non-standard game over, except there's a lot of enemies, like the two chef enemies, whose whole thing is trying to get you to go over. Okay. So yeah, I honestly think that I'm gonna benefit more from the punches right now. I don't think so. No. Sadly, you can't. It feels like you should be able to do that. It does feel like you should be able to do that. Ham, these pigs are cannibals just like in real life. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that. When they say pigs will eat anything, they mean anything. Hi! Nice to meet you. We just met. Hello, little buddy. Who are you? I'm an explorer looking for interesting things across the island. My guild is just to the east of here. Go check it out if you're interested in being an explorer too. Oh, nice, thanks. See, I knew you could do it. I never doubted you one bit. Great job, keep it up. Bun buns. Yes, sir. I do find it amusing that it's like very different types of character designs between characters. Like they all have a cutesy style, but they're very different in terms of, well, these are two bunny peoples. They're two different kinds of bunny peoples. Well, aren't you a rather peculiar one? And that's saying something of the many folks I've seen throughout this wide, wondrous world. But I digress. Welcome, new applicant. Who, me? If you're looking for a truly wondrous experience, then you've come to the right place, my scaly friend. Many who answer the call of exploration find their way here at some point. Spelling. Welcome to the Explorers Guild. That's the spirit. The name's Shift, and I'm the proud leader of this growing guild you see before you. We're currently setting up our base camp as a center point for our discovery missions. Our members are scattered across the island, each on their own quest for knowledge. I'm sure they will be happy to let you pick their brain about features and secrets hidden out in the wild. Oh, well that sounds helpful. I'll keep an eye out. Glad to hear. In that case, I bestow the title of recruit upon you. I know you'll have a wonderful time sharing in our journey of discovery together. I didn't say I'd join yet. Alrighty then. Like with previous new recruits, we provide cool guild benefits. We offer an explorer's uniform to brave the wild. We also offer cartography services to better acquaint newcomers with the layout of the land. Ask our cartographer over there, who is not a silent one, behind you for one before you head out on your quest. Gotta make sure you find your way back, you hear? Oh, sure, thanks. Hiya, sir. Hey, are you the map maker here? Yes, sir. I'm the cadet cartographer of the Explorers Guild. I'm still sort of new to this area, but I've already fallen in love with the island, its people, and the local cuisine. Can't stop stuffing myself at all the restaurants, food stands, and cafes. Anyways, I just finished creating a first draft map of the entire island with the help of our members. I need an explorer like yourself to give it a field test. All of our maps contain both an overview for direction and a precise positioning system that points out hazardous foes. Open the map and you can move left and right to switch between modes. I hope it helps you out on your adventure. Seems very useful. Thank you so much. No problem. Good luck and be careful out there, sir. So that is our map. It's a cute little map. I'm reacquainting myself while I look at this. And I think you can switch between, yeah. I'm not gonna go through all the different chats. So, what do we think? Do we want to go with the original or the Explorers? Up to says original, but up to you. Ugh. Well, if we don't have more opinions, we're gonna go stick with the original. Speaking of outfits, though. Make this game a regular. Up to likes it and likes Gabo. So make the stream come true. Holy smokes! I didn't even realize what that said. I mean, what that was. Oh. Okay. Thank you, Up to. That's very appreciated. And noted. I guess this is our other Sunday game for now. I kind of figured on making this the other Sunday game, but I really appreciate it. I don't think I'm going to show you guys what these plants do just yet, because I'd like a checkpoint first. Also, admittedly, I'm losing health at an alarming rate. So... yeah, having... Alright, just live with it. Constantly stopping for the heal is not such a bad plan either. Ow. Hello, traveler. May I ask you for a favor? Sure, what do you need? I've been hearing excessive arguing along the path above. Don't want to proceed until I know it's safe. Can you check it out? No! Stop it! Money! Katora's flight school, and I don't think we can go any farther than... Nope. Hello, stranger. Hello, who might you be? I go by Katora. As you may have seen from my sign, I'm operating a flight course. A flight course? Indeed. The island has so many unique wonders and facets to it. There was a lot to work with for setting up my course. It has action, peril, suspense, and best of all, rewards! Sounds interesting. How's it work? Well, clearly flight is not a trait many have to enjoy. I provide my students with a magic potion that inflates them and gives them an upward lift. Here we go. The effect can be enhanced by food items during the course, but can also be weakened by getting knocked around. The key is to keep your inflation level at a comfortable balance. All you need to do is drift in the direction you want to go and make it to the end. Sounds like a fun experience. Sure is. Check me again and we'll arrange a run through the course. Let's see if I can remember the pattern. No! Ah! Well, I am probably already screwed. No! Well, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. There we go. I got greedy. Good try. Definitely takes some practice. Try as many times as you like. And it's free, and look at all that money you make. I'm gonna do it one more time. But we're not gonna stay here for the night. I'm just doing it once. Ow. Wrong way, wrong way! Ow. Ow. Being larger makes you an easier target, but it also makes it easier to get the coins. Plus, it also has gives you buffer room for when you do get hit. Money! I've like quadrupled my cash. Oh my gosh. Actually, before we go in, I am actually gonna build up my damage. Yeah, because I remember this is a fight. Leave a land, run. Do it or get pummeled. I have a pretty good feeling it isn't yours. You're getting saucy with us? Look, I'm just trying to pass through. Now if you'll just... Enough warnings! Get him! Oh boy. Wait! You're being flanked! Are you okay? Oh! Yeah, thanks. For a second there, I thought I'd gotten into serious trouble. No problem. The pigs are nothing but bullies. They've been terrorizing my people for some time now. Well, from how they treated me a second ago, I believe you. I was only looking for a place to rest. My village is not far from here. It's much safer, and you'll be welcome with open arms. Awesome. I really owe you one. Munch. Name's Key. I travel and sell merchandise. I also know some tricks. As a token of my appreciation, I'll teach you how to wall jump. Here's the secret. The secret is you wall jump. Using tough grip strength, you can also slide down walls slowly. I'll be able to teach you more abilities for a fee. Guess I'll set up shop in your village. Oh yeah, here's one more gift. Money! Oh hey, how goes the exploration? Oh, pretty good. Can't seem to breach this strange ancient gate though. You think it can be shattered? Have to pass through here to reach the mountain's peak. Not likely. It appears to need a particular keystone. The keystones mimic electromagnetic switches, but with a different kind of energy. Judging by its age, I'm sure someone in the village might know of its origins. Right, I'll figure it out. With that, we go the other way now. I kind of remembered that this cut off pretty quickly. Village cows. Wow, it sure is big. Ah, I should have. Darn it! What's that all about? Shrimp? Oh. I thought you might have been one of the farmers. Farm? Ha! Do I look like a conformist consumerism machine? My job is to fracture skulls, and I'm damn good at it. Sheesh. Sorry, I'll just squeeze by you then. No can do. Look like a good warm-up material. Put 'em up. Darn it. I wanted to show something off. I actually need magic to be able to do it. You guys don't give fat. How much fat do you guys give? Just enough. You'll note that I now have an item above my head as well, which heals and gives fat. So, as bonkers as that is, it's actually really useful to do that. This cliff seems impossible to climb. I heard the goat people know how to climb these steep walls. I wonder if they've ever visited this island. Let's try that, but better. Ah! You started me, lizard man. Am I really that scary? Oh, no, I'm just a little on edge. Something wrong? I was trying to study the caves down below, but I got kicked out by the pigs. Trying to claim the hoard of precious energy crystals, rumored to be growing somewhere down there. They don't know the true educational value of such a discovery. Try to thin them out so you could get back to your work. Wait, that looks pretty blocked off. Yeah, a big fat pig barricaded this entrance to keep invaders out. It looks like you would need to produce huge impact to break this wall free. Sure I can figure it out. I'll come back later. Come back fatter. That is pretty much the point of that, yeah. I really need this help. And then the coins went down there. Hello. I think I forgot to switch the Twitch category again, so someone's gonna be real confused. Well, playing Tribal Hunter, which is an interesting platformer, Kirby but not Kirby-like. Pigs are resourceful but also very lazy. Most of them will leave themselves open for attack. Oh wait, I'm healed. I'm actually gonna leave that for now, I think. Have a little bit of magic. Yeah, this game is a bit of a trip. Hey, yo, who are you and what you doing here? Whoa, a talking plant monster. Hey, that's not cool. I may be a plant, but not like those rude biters. So you aren't going to bite my hand and feed me slime? Nah, that's so fun. I found another vibe. Music! Call me Beat, buddy. Oh, okay then. So, new here, aren't we? Yeah, but I think I'm doing just fine. Sure, just be careful out there. There's a huge pit of sap slimes ahead. Those saps are the source of power to us plants, but won't be that good for little wimps like you. Just don't fall down and try to stay on the platforms. Hey, I'm not a wimp. Well, Sure you aren't. Don't forget to power yourself up spending XP. Open your menu and select the ability to do that. Right, I am going to do that actually. And also, I'm just going to switch the Twitch category before someone decides to yell at me. Did they now? I do not currently do platform-specific stuff a lot. I have a generic point system for people, but I will keep that in mind. You know what? We have the checkpoint right there. I'm going to show you what these things do. Yeah, this game gets interesting. Right, you again, which I do not have. No! Nope, you stay away from me. Nope. Man, I'm just having a great time. Right, I think I need the health. Just making sure I'm not missing things, if possible. Right, this is a slime pit. I do not like this level. I remember this level. I don't like it. I honestly should probably save for the healing food. Yeah, I just need to get through this right now. Woot! Woot! Oof, those shield bearers are tough. Try to hit them from behind. Great job grabbing this beauty, guys. You see that dumb farmer's face? He's nearly bawling his eyes out. What nice folks preparing such delicious food for us. We're gonna have a juicy steak tonight. Sure will. Let's wait for my friends to pick this up. Hey, halt! Who goes there? Back off, Gecko. Got no business with you. Your evil deeds are over. Hand over that cow or else. Don't make me laugh, twerp. Get 'em, boys. Don't worry, cow, you're safe now. The farmer's waiting for you back in the village. Hurry back. Sorry about that. Yeah, hit harder but much slower. Which that also has the issue of, since you're not throwing as many punches, you're not self-healing near as much. But against the big guys, it doesn't really matter. This is the thing. Ah, this is this thing. The very soft looking bird. Are you the new errand boy? Please bring that fruit over here, please. I only serve the village. Who are you anyways? I'm Tori, the great birdman. I'm sure you've heard of me and my exploits. Used to be this island's chief messenger, but I'm retiring. Now I get to kick my talons up and relax. These pigs even offered me a cushy retirement plan. All I can eat, no limits. Can't get a better deal than that. I'm pretty sure they're just fattening you up to eat you. What? Are you serious? The pigs are both menacing and manipulative. They've been slowly locking down the island's resources. They're partially responsible for the decline of the village. Well, shoot. I guess retirement will have to go back on hold. I better get back to work for the time being. Are you sure you can still fly? It's a lot of extra flab you've acquired. You forget, I'm Tori, the great birdman. Here, take one of my feathers. If you touch it to an avian statue like that one, it will call me to action. I can fly you to another active statues for a small fee. Simply passing by inactive ones will add them to your list of flight points. Well, I must be off. I have deliveries to make. Thanks again, and remember, the great birdman will always heed your call. You can still fly. I should try this statue thing out. I think Munch. I've heeded your call. I love his face when you do that. So yes, he did become quite the himbo bird very quickly. You rescued one of my cows. This calls for a reward. You like these, right? Still cows to be found. I can aid you in your milk drinking experience for some coin, though. Increases how much you can carry. Increase the quality of the milk. Increases how much the spotted cow can produce. Okay, so I am at max capacity right now. And that's basically a way to slowly grind XP if you have to. Because you just drink all the milk, and then sit down and burn it all off for XP. Hey Munch, what can I do for you? What's for sale? Special digestion tonic, drink it to digest fast. Use this to warp back to the village from anywhere. Drink is a good way to heal without filling yourself up. Rare mushroom that can increase your capacity. I have 5 in stock. I have 4 in stock. Getting 1 of each of those. $3,000 gold. Well, the best way to make gold is, yep, you're back here. You can now do any flight range that you discover. He is significantly less stressed out flying us when we're small. He's a very pretty himbo bird. Huh. There we go. Gold. Right. Can't get knocked off here. As I just did. Get. That is another nice thing about the big size, is the ability to just bumps enemies off the ledges. Uh-oh. Get some healing in. So, like, this is like a really good platformer is the whole thing. I mean, you've been seeing that this thing uses every mechanic. So it doesn't just take the route of, well, we've got a very specific gimmick. Enjoy. Boo. Money. Yeah, the store upgrade is really worth it, so it's good getting some cash in now. No, that's not good. And now I'm stuck with that slime, darn it. Or maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm immediately able to get rid of it. King Boris isn't far from here. A little further east. That's the issue. That's where the balancing comes in again now. Because now it's like, I am X size. I am much more susceptible to things that force feed me. And you can't not pick up food on the ground. You don't get a choice there. Hit me! Try to hit me. I'm gonna get some of this experience before I potentially have an issue. Heal. I'm just gonna let you guys go. And we have a 4 and a 6. Sorry, no 3s. This is nonsense. How can I lose 3 times in a row? I told you this game is rigged. Hey, don't blame an honest dealer for your bad luck. Let's just get out of here. Don't forget you owe me 20 coins. Oh, hello there. Here comes a new player. Oh, what is this? Looks interesting. Want to earn some coin while having fun? Come play the dice games. Want to make some cash? Let's roll the dice. All locked in. Let's see what your luck has in store. Holy super cow, a double match. That's a 10 times payout for you. Oops. I'm pretty sure he goes back to the village too, so I'm not too worried about it right now. I told you countless times, Granny. What island resort would be complete without a casino? This is our territory. I'll hunt wherever I please. Nature belongs to no one. I'd hunt you sacks of meat if my joints weren't acting up. I recognize this saggy lady. She's a well-known chef of the island tribe. We could kidnap her and make her cook for us. Great idea, we could use a new chef. Anything she cooks is probably better than your meals, Terrence. All you do is boil everything and don't season anything. Shut up! Salt is bad for you. I can cook better than this wannabe. Let's show her some of the old spicy pork. That's enough! If you want her, you'll have to go through me. Doesn't anybody respect our no trespassing signs? Screw it. Let's just eliminate them. Oh, looks like you pack a punch, don't you? If I'm good at one thing, ma'am, it's beating up evildoers. What are you doing way out here anyways? I'm just on a small hunt. I run a restaurant back at the village, so I'm just getting supplies. Oh, I see. Do you need help returning? You look injured. Oh, I'm fine. I might look like an old geezer, but I'm quite strong for my age. I just need to rest my joints every so often. That's good to hear. You should stop by the sweet rotisserie when you get to the chance. I have quite the menu. I sure will. Stay safe. I should have probably healed. Just getting healed up again, because it's I seem to take a lot of damage. Which, the fact that you can use defeated enemies to heal is, again, and I'm gonna keep saying it, a very nice mechanic. Mushroom didn't affect me. Wonder why. Maybe the village elder knows. Obsessed with getting the island's resources and spices, refusing to use any of them. Yeah, that is very British. Bye. Alright. Yeah, just getting a little healed up before we fight this guy. Or fail to fight this guy. Even if it's a little early, I think the next chance we get to either rest or fly back home is going to be... We're taking the checkpoint and calling it. I just realized if I'm smart, I could just have used magic on that guy. Gonna miss those coins. I missed the coins. There we go. You're a fresh face. What brings you this far into pig territory? I'm putting a stop to pigs like you pillaging my village. I see. Well, you won't have to worry about me. Plus, I can already tell you're worth judging by your successful infiltration into the hideout. So, you don't care that I'm punching my way through your land? It's all politics. Not all pigs agree with Boris' ideas of domination. Some would prefer if you roughed them up a bit. Huh. Never really thought about that. Maybe I can help both the village and the pigs. Maybe you can. Want to challenge him? Go find him in his hideout. Go to the east of the hideout. Go to the end of the hideout in the east, you'll find him eventually. Why haven't you challenged him if you dislike him so much? I kind of owe him. He taught me what strength is. While it may have gone to his head, he's done some good in his past. I see. Well, I'll see if I can knock some sense into him. Good luck. Well, I'm mostly using the fat in order to sustain strength and healing, but yeah, that's fair. I will... boost the egg since that's what I keep using. And boost up my regular attack and magic a little bit. And yeah, it's a little early, but I am very, very tired. I'm shocked I lasted this long. So we're gonna call it here. Yeah, it's a unique little platformer, and yeah, it'll be our regular rotation. Start to finish for our Champion Sundays. It's just one of those things where it's like, you look at it and you go, this should probably be in a different category, but it's way too well made and put together to deny how good it is. So, I hope you guys can bear with us for this. Clearly, Up To is behind the idea. Well, he isn't behind the idea, but he is supporting the idea of this, which I really appreciate. Thank you, Up To. For now, I will wish you all a good week. As a warning, next Sunday I may not be streaming. It is a last-minute thing. We'll have to see what happens. I do not know yet. So you're gonna sort of get your warning on Friday, but I may not be streaming next Sunday. Thank you all again. I hope you all have a great week. Be safe, and I will see you next time.